Hello and welcome back to Fish Tank. I'm MTJester and I'm still playing Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. Last time around, I friendshipped way too hard, accidentally seduced my friend of choice, and then he died. It was very awkward. So hopefully this time around I will have more luck in making a friend. So let's go ahead. I don't think I actually saved my game in any capacity last time, so we'll have to start from the beginning. As a reminder, we crash landed on Alternia, and we're completely alone. We need medical attention, and we're desperate for friendship. So last time I friend-manced Diamond. This time I'll try Ardata, who's a blue blood, and I therefore feel like it's not gonna really work out. So we'll see how this goes. She looks like she wants to eat me. I'm a little scared of her, to be honest. Yes, someone is coming. A strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Not with that music. Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right now. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? I feel like I'm supposed to elongate these eyes, but I don't really know how that'll actually work. The way I speak, so I'm probably just not gonna do that. It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. Did I skip something? Oops. Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. Thanks. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh my, oh dear. You're sad? So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps. I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. I don't believe that for a second. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed. Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment. This doesn't look like the inside of a hive. I don't know what it is about whatever... I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally. But it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? How does it sound? Well... it sounds like she's a shitty friend. Get the fuck out of my face and never come back. And... I failed. That was very quick. It's so hard to make friends. Okay, well, I should probably, like, start saving my games. So let's try this again. Oh, very nice. It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Oh, I guess I did save something. I don't remember that. Okay. Return. It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. Sure. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Ah yes, having a broken arm. Very bad impression. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. Don't trust that. You follow her into her hive? It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room? Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments cause me any inconveniences. Oh. So you guess she does know you're injured? Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, through another door into a much darker room, and now, down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's this? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it, though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. I wonder if he's supposed to be Damon. He struggles to say, "Help." Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. "Help-lo," he says. Help-lo? By which I mean hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come, over here. This is what I need your help with if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dark or a dank corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. As you do. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver, in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal and friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm and a remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on. Before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see, in one corner of a screen, an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Kinda weird. It's a little weird. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perks of instant stardom. Very optimistic we are. Now you may begin. She is suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say, as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Well, I think this is probably the most obvious answer that I'm supposed to choose, but let's see what happens here. First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports, Ardata's long black hair spilling over her cloak, Wait, these are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down, shut it down. There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes mid-air right in front of Ardata's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger, the caged kid does a full-body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. I don't think this was a good idea. You're a crumbled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now. Warned you about the stairs, bro. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait. No. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you... Wait, what? She can't be. You use both of your arms and all of your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You wrap her as a groom would hold you hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath the abattoir. I think that's how to pronounce it. You exhale. Now that you mentioned it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. Hot damn! You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up and then you stand again. Apparently, this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. Ugh. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. This is a really shitty, dirty hive for someone who is apparently, like, a higher blood type. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big, dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. I don't know much about broken arms, but I'm pretty sure that you shouldn't be able to do that with one that's broken in 2 places. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles relax and you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. Yeah, it's good news, right? You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one. The worst. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Well, obviously I'm going to feed her. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other... Ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think, not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. Wow, I tell you what, Hiveswap and Homestuck have like the most interesting takes on friendship. And I think by that, the not friendship takes. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sawing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well. When it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she will let you know. I don't think she's gonna let me eat. Just look at that face. She would murder me in a second. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unchewable grizzle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. Service, yeah. Friend service. She reclines and steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my! What a fool! You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish, if so. You're also still not sure what she finds so amusing. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two. Then she slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny, what's happening here. It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. I, too, am honestly surprised. There is a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. To be so superior to so many. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? You shouldn't. Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you, your poor new friend. But your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. Yeah, poor new friend. She's so sad. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what would happen if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me, and my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a fucking fool honk his horns for likes? No, I must persist. How does I don't understand how these people get so many followers. Like, so supposedly, like, blue bloods, purple bloods, all of them, the higher or the cooler the blood type, the less there are in population. Is there just like a lot of, like a fuck ton of low bloods on Alternia? Like these little low blood kids who are just really into this fucked up content? Seems a little weird to me. But maybe it's true. I mean, trolls are fucked up like that. I don't know. How lonely it is to know this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here. Until I can get on a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grits it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines, which are where they pierce her skin. This is fucked up. That wasn't friendly, you think. But then, you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content. The show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes, because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think. But maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of grizzle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friend, though, and sometimes I even believe it. Is it because you're the one who make them act like your friend? But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend, officially. I don't know if I want to do that. As such, I think a reward is in order. You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new, real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Yum. Yay! Friendship! I did it! I won! No one died. There was only a little pain. Yay. So we'll put that one. We'll check the box that says success for that round. I'm kind of glad. I really thought that choice was going to be the wrong one. Like, I really thought that I was making the wrong choice there. So the fact that it ended in friendship suggests to me that maybe with Diamond, if I tried some of those other choices, maybe I would get a different outcome. So maybe I'll revisit that. Go ahead, let me know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in, if we revisit some of these options and see where they take us. We could also go ahead and see what the other options are with Ardata. Let me know what you want to see, and I will see you next time on Fish Tank.